blubbering idiot that doesn't know what the hell to say half the time.
I'm not laughing at you, sir. I am laughing with you, 100 fucking percent. Like, dirt, dirt. Oh, hi. I think they're attractive. Insert foot into mouth.
Right? Or mine is the complete opposite. It's like open mouth and uh, uh,
Nothing comes out.
right.
Why can I not find that guy's name again? Damn it. The actor, the actor, the actor. Where fuck is he? Oh, there he is. This is the
Uh,
last episode with Lieutenant Osborne. I wanted to make sure I had the actor's name again. The Tron mystery.
right?
I
I
appreciate
don't know.
George reaching out and trying to find him, but he's dude's old, man. I can't.
He's one of those like borderline old where it's like, he might be a
Is he
problem.
like
He might be a problem.
maybe that maybe, but I think he's like 90 fucking years old.
Oh yeah,
And I
that's
don't
right.
think
He's like 93 or something like that, right?
I don't think he's 89.
Or 89. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't think and I don't think he's holding up like Bill. I'm just throwing that out there.
Not like old Willie Shatner.
Not like Billy.
Uh,
I was pretty excited though. We did get I got Peak Trends. I broadcast that on my Twitch channel on Friday too. I had that
awesome.
motherfucker everywhere. I had that fucker everywhere.
Awesome. I missed the last half of it, but I did. I caught the first half of it, man. It was yeah. Shit was
The
fire.
bitches the bitches came to play.
That shit was fire. I loved it. But I gotta watch it again so I can catch the last half. Cause it was I was going in between in between that and what was it? I was watching something else. What was I watching? Shit.
God, you really do
AEW.
sound like me. Oh,
AEW.
okay.
That's what I was
Okay.
watching. I was
Okay.
watching it between that and then the last half. It was a good match, and so I was like, oh.
Oh,
And
I
so
need to
my ADHD took over, and next thing I knew, Peak Strands was going on.
that's all right. I said there's a reason that we record these streams and stuff, why we put
Yeah,
them on a podcast format later. I understand. And also, we're in a Friday night time slot. That's when most people want to do their shit. Don't expect everyone to come listen live, but if you're bored on a
yeah,
Friday night, I'm old. I got nothing to fucking do. That's why I'm like, fuck Friday night at 9 p.m. I'm down.
yeah. And I don't know. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit more after the show. And
Okay.
uh, get out of this get out of this fucking shit that I'm in.
We'll talk about lava rock creatures fawning over Spock's ears.
Right?
I'm gonna grab my drink and be right back.
All right, I'll be right here. And where are we going? What are we doing?
Right? That looks better. I see some right. I'm in the process of upgrading my studio here. I'm going to be installing a LED bar above on the wall that's dimmable so I can get studio lighting. And then I've
Yeah.
got a mic and a new headset on the way. I got all kinds of shit coming. So
Oh hell yeah.
Sinful Studios is getting an upgrade.
Sinful Stews. I love that name.
I am the original sin.
Let's see.
Did you get everything going? And then whatever, actually, I'm going to
Okay.
Recording in progress.
go ahead and get that going here. I'll edit it afterwards.
Alright.
Which, by the way, I don't know. Did you send or share with me the audio from last week's Tron?
Um, I think I put it up there. I'm not sure if I sent you a message on it or not. I think I
You
did.
might have. You might have. I walk into rooms and forget why I'm there, honey. So don't worry about that. Like, who? Who? I'll be writing a sentence and then get halfway through it and be like, what?
No, what's worse when you're in mid sentence and you forget how you're going to end your sentence.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you know what? And uh,
Don't remember where I was
uh.
going with this.
All right, let us. Let's see. Let me see.
This is episode 29. I need to remember that. 28 was last week.
All right, we are live online. We are live on GCPR.
All right. Hello. Today is October 20th, 2024. My name is Gretchen. This is the Rules of Nerdquisition. I am back. I was off the air last week because I was out of town visiting friends in Massachusetts and doing fun things with lots of adult beverages. Things I remember, things I don't remember, things I regret, things I'll never admit. But it was fun. We had a great time. Um, Anyone who listened last week knows that my friend and partner in crime here, the angry IT nerd Gilbert, took over the show for us last week. Had Thomas the Villain and General Gambit on. So how you doing? They're angry, and how'd that go last week? How'd you guys have? What'd you guys do?
Oh well, see, look here. You cannot leave us unsupervised ever again.
I said,
Because, um, needless to say, we have discovered. Oh, what was the name of it? The Upholstery Geist. The Upholstery Geist. The Upholstery Geist, ladies and gentlemen, if you have forgotten, The Upholstery Geist, it is now the official name of J.D. Vance.
the
Mm-hmm.
upholstery guys.
The
Oh my
Upholstery
goodness.
Geist. Yes.
Yes. And I actually know what happened on the show because I did listen to it, and I do remember saying something to all of you in our group chat that Mama's
Yeah.
home, and
To get
it's
a
that
switch.
time.
Run and get a switch.
Get, Run and get a switch. That's
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a switch,
That
boys.
you know, we're talking about the old school switch, not the you go to school and then you come back and no, not that kind of switch.
Not that kind of switch. They didn't implement that when I was a kid, unfortunately. So it's just like, God, I feel robbed. Now I have to be an illegal immigrant criminal to
Right?
get that for free. Jeez.
Right? I mean, it was rough for me going into school every day. I was like, no, I don't want to switch. I'm fine. No, I don't want to switch. No, I don't want to switch. You know,
Oh, it's terrible. So you guys did a love letter to DC,
we did
kind of,
a
sort of.
we did a love hate letter.
A love hate letter.
I call it a love hate letter. Um, just simply because it was more or less kind of us airing out our frustrations that we have had over our Discord group chats, individual, just randoms on TikTok lives, so we compiled all of those into one love hate letter to DC, as a show it to as what we loved, what we hated, things that we're tired of seeing, stories that you can focus on, the whole nine. We covered a little bit of everything. So
And,
yeah.
yeah, it sort of reminded me. It made me think. Well, I mean, it's not quite as drastic, but like in the now defunct plot holes when we did our Justice League episode.
Mm-hmm.
But just for the fans out there, Plot Holes is being resurrected. Rebuild. We can rebuild it. We can make it better, and it's going to be Plot A-Holes to
So,
debut on GCPR on October the 26th. That is a Saturday.
much like the
More,
phoenix rising from the ashes. Yes.
right, and we're going to be doing reviewing New York Ninjas.
New York Ninjas, yes. Yes, so you will definitely want to stick around for that. You will definitely want to
That
tune in for that. That will be Saturday on GCPR live at, if I'm not mistaken, at 8 p.m. I think
after the
so. After 8, so yeah,
after the
so
lang after the
so
language barrier.
yes, after the language barrier because some f bombs are going to be thrown. Some f
Yeah,
bombs. So
Mama's
we're
not gonna keep the kids in line on that one. In
so
fact, she's
no.
gonna join in on the shenanigans.
So we are not going to hold any punches.
No,
So there's that. So you definitely want to you will want to watch. You will definitely be entertained.
correct. But today on the rules of
Today
Nerdquisition,
we are
we're back on
discussing.
a we're back on our shtick here.
We're back on
This is
our normal shenanigans instead of
this is
our
episode 29, by the way, of the rules of Nerdquisition.
yes, yes. I'm surprised you have been able to tolerate me this long.
Oh no, I love doing this. I love doing this show. It's so fun.
But this one we are talking about the Devil in the Dark, the original series, season 1, episode number 25, according to IMDb. So, the Devil in the Dark.
Devil in
And
the Dark. It's a fun one. Fun one.
yeah, it was pretty cool. It's
Actually, Bill Shatner considers it one of his favorite four episodes.
yeah, I can understand that. I can understand it because it's a really good episode, really interesting. So this opens up. We'll open up this episode with the Enterprise going to what's planet is Janus 6. So anybody watch, I'm cheating. I'm looking at everything here. So, there's that. So they're going to Janus 6 to assist in a mining colony attack. No one knows what's happening. The whole miners is just everything's just all trashed and everything. And so Kirk and 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 everybody. Who was it? Kirk, Spock, and McCoy, and a couple red
Kirk,
shirts.
Spock, a couple red shirts. One of them being, as we learned, the identity of in our the rules of Nerdquisition mystery is Lieutenant
Mm-hmm.
Osborne, who used to be in the command division of the Enterprise, was a navigator,
Mm-hmm.
transferred to security, and appeared as a security guard in two additional episodes. This is his last episode. The unknown actor who played him is no longer unknown. It is none other than Joe Gallison. We have reached out to him through some people behind, some of our producers and people behind the scenes. I don't think he's going to come on the show. I mean, like I said, he is 89 years old, but we did solve that mystery. And as far as I
Ta-da!
know, Osborne does not die. He does not
No, he
he
does
doesn't
not.
does not get redshirted.
No, he does not.
So props to you, Mister previous unknown actor Joe Gallison, who played Lieutenant Osborne, who survived. Not only, I mean, he transferred willingly to becoming a red shirt, and you killed it.
Right? Absolutely.
You nailed it, man. You nailed it.
One
Props, bro.
hundred percent. So I guess all those times he spent transferring from different departments in Starfleet that let him know
I,
is that he's a valuable red shirt.
I am today, right this very minute. In no way made this up right this second. I've been planning this, totally not been planning this forever. Yeah, he now
Mm-hmm.
gets the very first, and I'm not even taking nominations. I'm not taking votes. Joe Gallison as
Uh-huh.
Lieutenant Osborne. I officially award you the very first, the Rules of Nerdquisition Overachievement Award. Yay!
Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir.
Your award's in the
No,
mail.
anyway. Checks in the mail, right?
And so they beam down, and then they look around and everything's trashed, and then they see the miners and they all have like bats and pipes and all kinds of just stuff that they just picked up, and they're just running out just like, oh my god, yo, what the it's okay, this is what happened, right? And then they go on this whole spiel about there's just something here, and they just trash the whole thing, and then it's killing these miners, and it's just this creature, and they don't know what it is, and it's just wrecking shop.
Right.
And so Kirk is like, all right, I got this. It ain't nothing. It's nothing. Spock, he's there too. He's like, Captain, we have this. This is nothing. We have this. So, they do their research, and then they do the speculations, and then Spock makes an interesting declaration, theory, guess, whatever you want to call it, and say that the creature is not actually carbon-based, but more silicone-based.
Right, because
So,
we're finding all these like tunnels and shit that are being like dug out in the walls and stuff. And then there's that whole
mm-hmm,
funny little exchange between Kirk and the mining director, with that ball. And he's like, what are these silicone nodules we keep finding everywhere? And it's just like, I'm sorry. I know I was like, negative 12 years old when I saw this episode the first time. I was like, that's an
right,
egg, man. That's an
right.
egg.
Like I
It's an
looked
egg.
at, I said clearly egg.
It's an egg.
That's an egg. I mean, it, one, what kind of natural phenomenon would actually create something like that smooth?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's like
Like,
perfectly no blemishes, no anything. Which,
right?
maybe they should have had some blemishes because if anybody who's ever owned chickens or lived on a farm or bought eggs
Hmm.
fresh
Yeah,
from a market, they are not uniform in color. They are not all perfect.
yeah.
They,
They have different sizes, different colors. Even
right. Exactly.
yeah. And but here, these ones, they are perfectly smooth, same size. They're just hundreds and thousands of them everywhere. So it's like there's these are more than just like silicone nodules. These are more than just this is actually this looks more like either a nest or it's a bathroom, one of the two, because it's either they're eggs or they're it's waste.
Or it's waste.
It's
Yes,
one of the
exactly.
two. I
Right.
mean,
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Think about rabbits. They're little dry pellets, just
yeah.
like
I
they're a
mean,
silicone-based animal. I guess.
I
Why
mean,
not?
I mean, it's one of the two. It's either a nest or it's a bathroom. And
Th- This this
yeah.
is one of those times when I want to pull a Negan and just be like, "Wow, you have got beach ball sized lady nuts on you." Because I think but for all intents and purposes, the Horta, which by the
Hmm.
way I would like to bring up, was played by Janos Trohaska, Hungarian actor and stunt performer, passed away at the age of 54, March 13th, 1974. Dum
Hmm.
bum bum bum. My kill to death ratio is perfect.
100%.
Rest in peace, Mr. Prohaska.
So we get our first kind of look at a silicone life form, and
Yeah.
I mean it looked kind of looks like a like a rotting pizza with little legs, like
It
little.
looked bad. It didn't look as gross as Pizza the Hut.
That is true. That is true. It had some little like I guess like dumpster effects as well.
Right.
Hmm.
Right. Like it didn't have but like gooey cheese and pepperoni dripping off of it, which
Yeah.
so every time I just watched Spaceballs the other day and I was just like watching that scene and I'm like, Oh my God. His own body is falling into his mouth,
It's
and
just
he's like,
like drip, drip. I'm like,
and I don't think the Horta has to worry about getting trapped in its limo and eating itself to death. Anyway,
right?
Spaceballs 2 is in production, by the way, in Amazon Studios. I am stoked.
What?
Yes.
The switch for more money?
And that is the tentative title.
Yes.
Mel Brooks is involved. It is coming. It is coming.
Oh, I read an article that said that George Lucas loved the movie so much that the Millennium Falcon is in it, in the final scene of Spaceballs. And if you slow it down, you can see it. And at the end of the movie, when Lone Star and Barf are pulling into the diner, you'll see
Right.
a shot, and you'll see Millennium Falcon is kind of parked off onto the side. It's like, oh,
Really?
yeah.
I did not know this. We shall consult the Oracle.
Yeah,
I have to see this now.
I saw that in an article.
I see the picture right here. Yes, it
Yep.
is. You can see oh God, what was the name of oh, why can't I think of his name now? Barf and
Lone Star.
Lone Star, thank you.
Yes.
What was the name of their
Um. Oh my God. Eagle 5.
Eagle 5, that's right.
I
But yeah,
know.
it shows right here. It shows the little diner, shows Eagle 5 parking there, and boom, there's the Millennium Falcon parked right on over here
Yeah.
with the other ships. And just in the middle of the ship,
Oh
innocuously,
my God.
inconspicuously, just sitting right in the middle of all the ships. That is cool.
I know way too
That is
much
cool.
useless knowledge. I just know way too much useless knowledge.
Okay, okay.
But
George
anyways,
Lucas and Mel Brooks, um, with complete forethought and planning into this, you both share the second official Rules of Nerdquisition Overachievement Award because that was brilliant. That was brilliant.
yes, it was. I thought it was quite magnificent, and I said, you know what? Somehow, somehow this is going to come in handy. I have no idea when, and it was completely useless knowledge. But I knew somehow it's going to come in handy.
Boom. You're welcome. You're welcome, beloved
And see,
fans. You're welcome.
and this is what I do. This is what I do. I provide and I share my nerdiness with all of yous. All of yous.
This is why this is why this guy, we do what we do.
Mm,
Why I've got him on this show for that kind of stuff. You know, that's a thing of, that's a work of art. It's a thing of beauty. A thing of
right,
beauty.
right, right, right.
Right. Right before the hello, mommy, hello, my darling, hello, my ragdoll
No. Oh God, not again.
girl. Not again. Yeah. They even had what's his face. Oh God, I can't remember his name either. My head's so full of useless knowledge I can't recall it
Oh my
instantly when I need
gosh.
it. But um, famous actor, my God.
And then of course we have that is the most famous scene from Tuvok. We ain't found
We ain't found home in the desert. Home the
the
desert.
desert.
John
Oh
Hurt.
yes,
John Hurt. Rest in
John
peace.
Hurt. Yes.
He's gone as well, so rest in peace. But yeah, came back and did that. I was like, why can't I not remember this guy's name?
And
Anywho, back on the planet of Janus,
on
was it
Janus
4 or
6,
6? 6.
on
Yes.
Janus 6, we found some eggs and we see the tunnels that have been dug out by the creature. They're smoothed out and then they find out that they suspect that the creature must generate, thousands and thousands and thousands of degrees of Fahrenheit temperature to be able to move through the tunnels like that, and all kinds of speculations about it and everything. And so then they decided that I'm gonna talk to it.
You talk to it. And I also want to point out, you got all these angry
Mm-hmm.
miners running around. We've got some red shirts getting killed. We've got some miners getting killed.
Mm-hmm.
You said they're all running around with like ball bats and and pipes and
And
things like.
yeah,
I'm all for meaningful gun control, but I'm on a alien planet.
I'm on an alien planet, and
I'm
and
packing heat. I'm
yeah,
packing. I'm sorry.
I'm same. Same. Because here's the thing.
I don't bring a
I
lead
don't.
pipe to a I don't bring a lead pipe to a lava fight.
Right? I mean, I don't blame the miners for freaking out the way that they did. Um,
Fair.
you get a creature that's all of a sudden that just starts taking them out one by one, and yeah, first thing I'm gonna do, hey, strap up,
And rightfully so, because that the
you
Horda is
know,
doing this because I can only
and
imagine as a parent the trauma of losing one child. These
let
miners
alone
and their thousands
right,
at a
what
time. Like
thousands at a time, yeah.
these miners are just like, I need some rocks. I'm gonna smash these little, I don't know, rabbit pellets or whatever they are,
So,
eggs, you know.
so right, they're like, or they could be like, you know what, this is the perfect bowling ball size. We can make a million. We can make millions. I'm just selling these as bowling balls.
Yeah.
But and so yeah, and on the other side of it, I don't blame the Horde either for taking out the miners because again, you see these people that are killing your kids. First thing you're gonna want to do as a parent, okay, let me return the favor, and I get that too. And so
But it's a very Trekky feeling
yeah,
episode. It feels very Star Trekish
oh yeah,
with the
mm-hmm.
mystery. And I actually, going back to what we've talked about before with like the sets and stuff that they built, I kind of would love to have been on that set. I want to crawl around in the little tunnels and stuff. Like that would be
Right,
let's
right,
fill it with
just
balls. Let's fill it with balls and like let's have a ball pit. The
no,
tunnels is
and not only just that. I mean, just roll the balls right into through the tunnel and just and just roll them
oh
back.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. You could do like I don't know, like stunt bowling. I don't know what putt version of bowling would be. Like if you have tunnels and obstacles, and you got to
right,
roll the ball, and it's got to go down this tube and pop out another one, and then knock over the
exactly.
pins.
Like who won what? What?
Did
Man,
we just invent something?
that we did. We made $1 million just then.
We just made $1 million.
We just made $1 million.
Holy shit! I
So we
I
got to
knew
patent.
something
So
good
look,
was going to happen today. I just
we
didn't know
gotta
what.
we gotta patent that and copyright that before somebody tries to steal that idea. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. We need to we need to split that and take our 500K each and run.
You damn right.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
And
So yeah, I mean, we get a little bit of a confrontation with the Horda. I don't know, was
mhm.
it one of the guards or was it Kirk that shot it?
It was one of the guards that shot it, and
And
then
he
found out
it melted.
that cut part of it off or
Right.
a piece of it off, and then the Spock and McCoy had enough to kind of do a little analysis and data and find out that it's silicone based, but it's also had enough other materials in it and other minerals, and it had off kind of like a a skin, a life to it. And so they kind of concluded that the Horta was boom, a silicone based life form. And
Yeah, and
so,
we live, I mean, it's generally accepted that all
mhm,
life is carbon based.
you're right. Just
I mean, I
simply
don't
because of
accept
our,
that because
well, it's our so far our understanding of physics and chemistry is
right, right,
that is carbon based. And
right.
so, is it possible for silicone based? I would never put
So
it
why
past
not?
anything that the because we only know just I think like not even all of physics, maybe like 4 or 5% or something like that, or something insanely.
Huh.
I mean, we don't,
It's
you know.
that much. We know
I
that
mean,
much. I'm like, wow,
as much as we
that's
know,
impressive.
I mean, we know a lot, but we have we have not even begun to scratch the surface on how deep and how illustrious and elaborate physics really goes. So
Oh yeah. And then you get into like quantum physics and all that other craziness, which
right,
I don't even understand.
exactly.
I'm still trying. Well, not anymore. It explained my kid in college, of course, explained it to me. I struggled for years with the theory of relativity. I'm like,
Hmm.
why does going faster make time slow down? Why do you not
Hmm.
just get there quicker? It made no sense to me. But what my kid did, this was really
Right.
cool, was that he took a piece of paper, like just a piece of paper, and put a quarter on one
Oh
side,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
did that, and it kind of went zoop, and it so the quarter. So if that being the speed or close to the speed of light, you get to the other side faster, but everyone
Hmm.
else is still traveling
Yeah.
at that thing. So then I was like,
Yeah.
the light bulb went off, and I was like, my God. And it was,
Hmm.
I had been asking actual physicists, people I know who have graduated college, astrophysics, physics, like, explain it to me like I'm stupid. Because I admit, when it comes to physics, I know Jack and Scheisse.
Right.
Okay. So,
As-
I,
and
and no
here's the
one could do
thing,
it.
and a lot of times it's the visual, like the visual representation. That's what helps you, you
Yeah.
know, connect your brain to it.
I'm an
Sometimes
artist. That's just everything's
some
visual for me.
yeah. So I mean, sometimes you can explain something and then oh yeah, and you can see, but sometimes it helps just saying it's like okay, this quarter is you, and here's the paper. You go in at the speed of light, then it occurs. Shoot, you get there faster, while everybody's still going at the same speed. Well, flat out they're going at the same speed, but you're already there, while they're still here.
Right.
Yeah.
And although we arrive at the same destination at the
Mm-hmm.
same time,
Right.
in time, not in physically destination, but
Right.
we arrived, but we got there faster, so we just didn't age, and then it took them technically longer to get there, and it's just like, wow, that makes sense now. Just like our cool little background, like you start over here, and then it kind of goes dips down, and pops
Mm-hmm.
back up.
Yeah.
No, cool. Yeah, I get it. So yeah, shot the Horta.
So shot the Horta. Horta is a.
As an animal lover, I'm sad already. Oh,
It's
it's so
like
it's so cute and lava-y.
so
I would
right.
pet it if it didn't burn my hand off.
You pet that dog. You
You
pet
know,
that
pet that dog.
dog.
I'm pet that dog.
Oh, pet that dog. Oh, pet that
Although
dog.
I guess if it's not like emitting the heat, because Spock was able to touch it
Right.
when they have because we get our confrontation
Because when
here coming up.
he did the mind meld on it, then it allowed him to touch. So
Right.
clearly it can, it does. Uh, when it burns the way that it burns, it's either a defense mechanism or it's their way to tunnel. So I guess it would definitely stand to reason that it could control it. And so once it understand and it understood that Spock wasn't trying to kill it or hurt it or his children, then we get the first words of from the Horta: pain, hurt.
No kill. Now I want to be
Mm-hmm.
serious about this for just a second. A lot of people laugh when they see this scene. I am going to say that Leonard Nimoy killed it here
Mm-hmm.
because he made me believe that he was speaking to a creature that didn't speak or understand earth human languages. And
Right.
so a lot of it was lost in translation. It seems rudimentary, it seems basic, but it's no different than, say, you or I going to a foreign country and knowing a couple of words and trying to talk to somebody and how bad it sounds. Like
Right.
me, I've been teaching myself German with some apps and stuff for about a month and a half now, and I can understand more than I can speak, but if I were to try and have a conversation with somebody, it would be laughable. It would be my German
Mm.
would be very broken. It'd be like,
Right.
what? Not to mention, like, I'd probably pull a Trevor Noah, just go into a store when I just want to be like, I'd like a sandwich and a Pepsi, please. And it'd be like, you know, Ich bin sandwich und Pepsi Cola.
Right?
Like maybe I shouldn't
So
inflect that way, but Trevor Noah already, that's his skit. So I'm not
yeah.
going to be clear to
So
give
it'd be
him
like
credit.
yeah. So instead of you walking as I would like a sandwich, you're like I would like a sandwich, please.
And they'd be like, yeah, nobody's talked like that in this
So
country in about
whoa.
70 years. So maybe you should do that. But anyway, yeah, Spock gets through. I think Leonard Nimoy hit this scene really well and gave me the
Yeah.
belief that he was actually communicating with an alien mind.
Yeah. And even then, I didn't see is that he didn't it wasn't like a language barrier because he more like kind of he read the emotion of the creature.
Right,
Whereas
correct.
yeah, and eventually that once the I guess once eventually Spock earned the Horde's trust and spent more time kind of communicating and then was able to kind of establish more of a conversational sort of repertoire back and forth, or at least to the point where it would understand English, not be able to kind of communicate back to in English, but be able to understand and say, hey, we're only here to help, or hey, we're going to be, you know, mining over in this area. We're not going to disturb here anymore, or so it may understand. It just may not be able to speak it back to you. So, and the only way that it could was through Spock, and only way through that is through, you know,
With mind meld.
the mind meld
Yeah,
and Spock translating its emotion instead of,
that makes sense. That makes
yeah,
sense. Yeah. So he's feeling the Horta emotionally
mm,
rather than speaking to it.
right,
Yeah.
because
That was always the good thing about the mind meld, so
yeah,
that you could surpass language barriers, I guess.
yeah, that was always my first kind of instinct and reaction to it whenever the very first time I saw it is that and it communicated and like that instead of being like Captain, it wants this or it's saying this da 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 da. It's like, okay, he's pain, hurt, no kill. Oh, he's reading them. He's reading its emotions. He's not actually kind of opening up a
Right.
dialogue. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes, absolutely. And so now we know what's going on with the Horta. We want to help the Horta now. Now that we've managed to cross the language barrier, make our intentions known. We
Right.
also understand that the Horta's hurt. We got to call in everybody's favorite curmudgeon and family doctor from the great state of Kentucky, I think is where McCoy was from
I
originally.
thought I thought it was from Georgia.
Is he from Georgia?
That's what I thought.
Hmm.
I don't know. Let's see.
We're finding out.
We are trying to find out where is
Oh,
Doctor Boy.
you are correct.
Leonard Bones McCoy, Atlanta, more
Atlanta,
specifically.
Georgia, in
Okay.
the year 2227. Attended the University of Mississippi. Interesting.
Oh, his southern gentleman charm, known for his southern gentleman charm and cantankerous nature.
Look, cantankerous nature I'll buy. Southern charm? I'm not so sure about that.
Well, here's the he has that southern charm when he
It's
got
a
shot
woman
full of
involved.
that he got shot full of that plant jizz. Then it was like Well, howdy there, Jimbo. Why don't you come on down to the creek?
Come on down to the creek with me. Where's McCoy? Down by the creek, walking on water.
Right? Yeah,
Oh, but we got to bring him in. And I just want to point this out to everybody. So one of the sites that I go to get like my Star Trek facts and stuff, just so I stay relevant on the show we're talking about, is Memory Alpha, memory-alpha.fandom.com. You can get all the good Star Trek stuff there. They have a page dedicated to and called "I'm a Doctor, Not a dot dot dot."
yeah.
All of the times that McCoy has said, "I'm a doctor, not a whatever." And in this episode, when they call in McCoy to help the Horta, which is made of rock and lava and stuff like that, like, we need you to help it. And he's like, "I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer."
Said I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
Not a bricklayer. And it's important to note that this quote, like a lot of them, is misquoted as him always going, "Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a..." He never actually says that. He never says,
Right.
"Damn it, Jim." So,
And much like it says beam me up, Scotty. It's
yep,
like
another one.
he's
It's
never said beam me
misquoted.
up, Scotty. He's always said, Mr. Scott, beam me up,
Yep,
or Mr. Scott,
yep,
beam me up. But he's never
yep.
said beam me up, Scotty.
Nope. No.
I don't know where that came from, but I guess that's just I don't
It,
know.
it gets in your head. I didn't know about this one until I was researching the show, and I was like, "Oh, he never actually." Because I'll be the first one to go be like, "Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor," whatever,
Right?
you know. And,
Because that was just one of the things. Say, damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor. Right? And so and you go through the every episode and all the moves and thinking that you're gonna hear, damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a. Never happens. So it's like, where did we get that from? And I have no idea. Or maybe he said, damn it, Jim, once, and or something like that, perhaps.
right. I mean, and the most famous one for me anyway. Let's just put this out there. The
Right?
quote is often people think, "Luke, I am your
Father.
father," when he doesn't say that because Luke says, "No, or Ben told me you killed my father," and he says,
No,
"No, I
I'm
am
your
your father."
father. Yeah,
So that's that one's always
that's always
forefront in my
misquoted.
mind.
Yeah.
And it's don't misquote Daddy. Don't misquote
So of
Daddy.
course, there shall be no Vader slander here.
No Vader slander here. No. Anyway, so we got McCoy got to get his gloves on. He got to go to work. He got to
So he gotta start laying some bricks.
put the scalpel down and get out
So
the trowel and the.
he better get that mortar out. Get that
I kind of
mortar.
want
Get it. Yeah.
I kind of wanted to see Kirk standing next to a wheelbarrow pouring concrete in and Spock spraying it with water and stirring it up.
Right.
Because I before pre-transition I've worked in no shortage of manual labor jobs, and God, mixing concrete is the worst. It's the absolute worst. Yes.
I've never had to do that. I've never had to do that, but
Never
I can
do
say
that. And
I can say the little bit of time that I did spend just around doing stuff around the house where I had to mix up concrete. Then
mhm,
nope, no, no,
yeah,
no. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good. I'm really kind of good with this. Yeah, I'm like not gonna do that anymore.
Right. So yeah, and I get it. So yeah. And so,
Anyway, so
needless to
yeah,
say, so yeah,
McCoy's
Bones
got to mix
does
some concrete.
Bones does his miracle work, and yeah, he lays that brick, and then all of a sudden he comes out, happier than whatever, whatever thing you could think of. He's happier than that, and As I said, just proud of himself because he laid that brick.
He laid that brick. He said he wasn't. He said he wasn't a. He said he wasn't
Said it
um,
wasn't a bricklayer,
a
but hey,
bricklayer, but he did it, and he was so excited. He was like, "I'm starting to think I can cure a rainy day."
right?
Like, wow, you went from like 2 seconds ago, like,
To
"I'm
2 seconds,
glad
you was like,
I
hey,
can't do
dang,
this."
I can't do with this. The hell you expect me to do? Till all of a sudden now it's like, I am God.
I'm surprised they didn't turn around and say, and where is your starship? Bring it closer.
Said, yes, bring them to me and I shall heal them all.
So now I've got this idea now. So everyone's all happy and everything's worked out.
Right,
It
right.
is important to note that Ahura and Sulu did not appear in this episode. Um, but everybody's happy. Presumably, you've got all these miners that are going to get their ore done or
Right.
processing goals met. Even more so now because the whole planet's like a mineral,
Mineral
like
heaven.
gold mine. I'm say gold mine
Mineral,
because it's got more than
well,
gold.
gold mine, but, the
Paradise would be a good one.
paradise,
And
yeah.
now you're going to have all these little hoarders running around digging tunnels, helping them mine it, and everyone's going to leave each other alone and all happy day. They actually referenced this mining operation in an episode of Voyager. I
Did
think it
they? I
was.
can't remember. Did they? Huh.
Yeah, they did. I saw it in my notes here a moment ago. Um, they did. I don't remember where it was, but it was an episode of Voyager. It didn't mention the Hordas. They just mentioned the in the episode Fair Trade, uh Pergium or whatever it's called. Mining
Okay.
was referenced in that episode. So,
Ah, okay.
but although Sulu did not appear in this episode, the Hortas of Janus 6 were referenced by Sulu in That Which Survives.
Ah, cool. It would have been
They
interesting.
often do some.
It would have been interesting if Voyager actually was able to actually kind of see a Horta. Just to kind of just I would like to have seen how in that time, what changes would they have made to the Horta, and how would it look? Would it be kind of CG, or would it try CG, or would it still kind of stuck with some kind of animatronic, or
Mhm.
even just some kind of dude in a suit? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see it. I didn't think that the Horta, for all of the aliens that we do get throughout the original series of Star Trek, a lot of them just look like dudes in bad suits. And it's like, oh, hey,
hmm
we're gonna take this suit, and then next week we're just gonna slather it in glue and put fur on it and make it a different suit.
right?
The Horta was kind of an interesting. It was a non-bipedal, non-humanoid creature for once, you know,
Yeah. So
and
it's
we don't
like,
get that very much. We get the things. We'll get in another episode. What's the planet where Kirk's brother dies? With those things that fly through the air and
hmm
hit you in the back and do all that stuff. And it'd be
yeah.
interesting to see that. But
And again, that
I,
that that's a scary episode.
that was kind of a scary episode. It was kind of haunting in a way.
hmm
But I'd
Yeah,
like
it
to
was.
see more of these throwbacks. I mean, you don't always have to do cameos with the original actors, just references to other things in Star Trek, like the Horror would have been cool to actually see them in
hmm
another episode. We've seen Tribbles pop up here and there.
Yeah.
There were a few in a bar on Star Trek 3,
hmm
and stuff like that. But we don't get a whole lot of that. I mean, we did get Kirk Thatcher, Hunk from Star Trek 4, made a reappearance in
right.
Picard. And or even just solving some other mysteries. Like we had our little Rules of Nerdquisition mystery. Apparently, I haven't
Hmm.
seen it yet. I haven't gotten through the whole series yet, but we finally get to see what the face of a Breen looks like in Discovery.
Yes.
So their
That.
faces are
Yep.
revealed.
Said that they did. Yeah. I can't remember it offhand, but yeah, they did show Face of the Breen, even though um with the Breen. Oh yeah. Yeah. Mostly the Breen, they wear like helmets and full armor and all that other stuff like that. So, needless to
They
say,
look like
if you see them, then needless to say, you're not gonna live to tell about it.
you're not going to tell anybody. And I always thought it was interesting because if you look at their masks that they wear in Deep Space Nine, they are
Hmm.
very, very reminiscent. And I wonder if inspired by the mask that Leia wore in Return of the Jedi when she was infiltrating
Yeah,
Jabba's palace.
it does. It does remind you a lot about those too. Yeah.
They look very similar. I had that figure when I was a kid. It was always just my favorite Leia. I know everyone's like, I don't want to slave Leia. Slave Leia's my favorite. I like the one where she had the little mask. Okay, you take it off. And, oh, look, it's Leia, but she put it on and she's a kick-ass looking bounty hunter.
Right. So it's like, yeah, okay. You know,
Yeah,
every little boy wants a slave lady. Cool. You know, fine. All right.
I got.
I always wanted just the. They never sold them anymore. But I wanted the original one, the original layer with boots on the side, with the things on the side. They never sold them anymore. What I want
Oh,
because they all,
the buns,
yeah,
the buns on the side. Yeah,
because all they had were just at the time the slave Leia. They had the one the bounty hunter, and and the camel one when she was on Endor. But
yeah.
the original one with the side buns, nah. And I don't know why. I don't know why I wanted just that one. Maybe it's simply because that all the other ones were there. Every other version of Leia was there except for that one.
Right, right. When I was um when I was up north in Toledo visiting Sheila, my co-host on Peak Trans, we went to a
Mm-hmm.
couple of comic slash memorabilia stores. They had a 12-inch Darth Vader original figure from like the 80s. This
Oh
big
man,
box. I mean, it was kind of beat up and torn. It was $90. If I'd had $90 in my pocket, that thing would be sitting behind me right now. I swear,
I
I
know.
swear.
Hey, I know what it. I know I could take that. I could take it to the bank. if you had
The
nine, if you had $90,
m-
that would be sitting right behind you.
One of the most traumatic times in my life, and bear with me here, I'm gonna get really raw. I was working at a job a couple years ago, or 2 jobs ago, and they let me go because they don't like people like me. That's the job I came out at, and I went back a few days later to pick up some stuff that I'd left in my office. I was the manager there. Everything
Hmm.
was there, all of my stuff except one thing. They threw away my life-size cardboard cutout of Darth Vader,
Oh, that's bullshit. That's
and
that bullshit. And it,
they did it on purpose. They did it on
oh
purpose because
hell yeah.
they knew.
It's like you know what? You know what? Throw that shit away. That's probably what
Yeah,
they said. You know, throw that away.
I had my telescope there with all of its attachments and accessories that I'd
Hmm.
used because I took some pictures of this was 2017. I took some pictures of the eclipse that year with my telescope.
Okay.
It was fine. Nobody touched that. My hydraulic jack for my car, to change tires and stuff. Nobody
Hmm.
stole it. Nobody took it. A bag of personal items, stuff like that, shirts and jackets I'd left there, all fine. My cardboard cutout of fucking Darth Vader, gone, gone.
Out of
I
that, out of probably somebody snatched that shit. Somebody snagged that. Yeah,
Oh
they
no,
snagged.
it was in the dumpster. I saw it. They had bent it, rolled
Oh,
it up, and threw it in the dumpster.
oh,
They didn't even
oh.
steal it.
Maybe I
That
don't know. It.
is just
I was about to say they didn't have the decency to steal it.
no, that was just it. No, yeah, I'm gonna say they didn't even steal it. So you know it was petty.
But
They were
like
just
that was a
they
personal.
were just
That was
yeah, we're
personal.
like we're just gonna tell this bee what she can go do with herself.
Yeah, because that's something personal. Because that's
Mhm.
somebody that knows that,
Mhm.
that's you. That
But that's my man.
yeah,
That's my man. They know.
they know
They
that.
know. They know that. This is not a fascination I picked up a few months ago. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've had this fascination with this person. Yes, I
So,
know he's a space Nazi, but I've I've
so
had a
and I mean,
fascination with him forever.
more like he's caused the death of over you know, more than 60 billion people, trillion.
Oh,
However,
well,
don't
yeah.
know how many.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I often say that there's nothing more romantic than a man who's willing to blow up a planet for you, but sir, please don't blow up planets for me. Any future lovers in my life, wherever my future husband is, I think he's lost in Walmart somewhere, wandering around with his shoelaces tied together. But you know, if anyone sees him, please send him home.
I gotta be Walmart, can at least be a Target.
Target, whatever, you know. Insert, you know, a mega supermarket shopping center
So,
of your choice.
so I would say Walmart because I used to work at Walmart,
You
and
got lost in an Aldi.
I could promise you this all of the all of the memes and the jokes and everything that you see going around and about people that walk in Walmart and everything, all true. They're all true.
I've shopped at
It's
Walmart in the middle of the night. I know. I have gone to
hmm
Walmart in the middle of the night in my pajamas. I have been one of those people. I'm sorry. There's my
so no
confession for the
look
day.
no it 3 a.m. is understandable. 3 p.m. there's a difference. That's all I'm saying. Like 3 a.m. it's expected. It's expected you would show up in your pajamas because 3 a.m. and
Right. Right. Exactly.
so it's expected. But you go at 3 in the afternoon, that's when everything is open and everybody is there, and you decide you're gonna show up in in your PJs. Nah, nah, you. That's when the memes come and the pictures get taken, and then next thing you know,
Yeah, exactly.
you go viral on the internet.
You end up on that website, People of Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly.
I just have to say is now that I'm reliving that traumatic event from 2017. I'm looking at life-size cardboard cutouts of Darth Vader on the web, and I just want to say to you people making them, they are not life-size. I mean, I understand you mean life-size, like the size of an actual human, but
hmm
I'm sorry, 75 inches is only like 6 foot two. Darth Vader is 6'7" in his armor. So I'm gonna need a 6'7". That's 80 and a half inches. Okay. I'm gonna need
So
a
she
life-size Darth Vader.
so essentially what she's saying is that she needs about 5 more inches.
Most women are saying
She needs about 5 more inches.
that. And no, not always in the sense of like we need them because I need those inches. I just need them to match the ones that you promised. That's all. Just live up to the hype, my guys. Just live up to the hype.
Oh, yeah. So there's that.
So there's that. I don't think there's a rule against innuendo before 8 p.m., right?
Oh, there's no rule against that. No, 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 no. No. I think mainly the rule is um, it it mostly just applies to the f bomb, and I think
Sexual
mostly that's for
content.
Thomas. I think that's
Yeah,
most for
probably.
Thomas.
Just because it would be nothing but F-bombs. I get that, yes.
Yes.
For those of you that haven't seen the Villain's View before we went to GCPR, really, because there isn't a rule, it's Thomas's station.
Right. You
He
know,
can do what he wants.
yeah, but
But
before the Villains U was on GCPR, he had to watch his language. Yeah, and no f bombs.
you
Maybe
know what,
a couple times now
adult
and again he could say shit, but
yeah, but on
after
Hot 101, it was like it was a no-no.
yeah,
We
Hot
we
101,
we
it
had
was yeah.
we had fans in our chats that would remind Tom when that
It said
happened,
yeah to
sir,
hey
sir,
sir,
we're gonna need you to stop.
yeah. But the
Now it doesn't
second
matter.
the actually was funny the very first the first show that was on GCPR. Oh my god, the f bombs flew because he could.
Hmm. And since we're after the 8 p.m., yeah, and that was,
Mm-hmm.
the same thing with Pete Trans. When me and Sheila got on our first show, we said everything we could, even the things we didn't necessarily shouldn't, just because
Mm-hmm.
we could.
Yeah.
We just like, oh, freedom. We didn't have to
Right.
use TikTok lingo. We didn't have to watch the F bombs. We could get as dirty and
Yeah. And
nasty as we wanted to, and we did, and we
yeah,
did.
and just knowing that you don't have to censor yourself. You don't have to
Hmm.
sugarcoat things. You don't have to change the way you don't have to use these all these little cutesy terms to talk about, things that are dark. And just because to satisfy, an algorithm that says, "Oh, I don't like that. Oh, that's abrasive language," or anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
exactly.
it's a
So
yeah.
now we don't have to worry about that, but we do try to maintain some semblance of professionalism,
Mm-hmm.
courtesy, and
And so, and that's where the the language rule came in, and mostly that just applies to the f bomb being used from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You know, generally everything else, damn ass, shit, that's fine.
if it's okay for TV,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and they say those things all the time on TV now. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
even some stations are pushing a little bit of it to. I know that I don't know if they ever aired it, but there was an episode of The Walking Dead when they go to Terminus and they all get captured and
Mm-hmm.
thrown into that train car. And Rick turns around, looks at the group, and he says they picked the wrong people to mess with. But there's an alternative version that I have watched where he
Yeah.
says the F bomb.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was so much more intense. They should have just
I saw that
take
one.
the fine, just do it. Pay the fine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because honestly, in that situation, an f bomb hits a lot harder. There's just
Hmm.
some situations where it's expected, and it's kind of like it's expected. Yeah,
Hmm.
oh, they picked the wrong people to f with.
Right,
That's expected.
right. And then because that right there tells you that who is
Mm.
about to hit the oscillating air moving unit.
Right.
So, oh gosh. So
Oh
yes.
yeah. So yeah, it's
So yeah, back to just the last thing I'll say on this. Somebody out there needs to make an 80.5-inch cardboard Darth Vader cutout. I will purchase it from you,
said
but it's got to be
it's
his
got to
life
be
size, not me life size.
right.
I'm
It
5'9".
It has got to be an actual Vader life size. Vader
Yes,
life
Vader.
size.
No, so- And if you need reference, you can go to my Instagram, my public Instagram page, which is Transgretchen, and you will see a picture of me standing next to a man who is in a Vader costume, who is 6'7" at Hollywood Studios in Florida. And that is what I should look like standing next to the cardboard cutout. He's like 2 heads taller than me. Like up here.
Yeah.
I felt tiny next to him. Tiny. And that's saying something as a trans person who used to pre-transition hang around a bunch of guys, and they were all, I'm 5'9", so most of my guy friends were like 5'10" and up. And I'm always
hmm
looking up at them like, yeah, hey guys, how's it going? And then I transitioned, stopped hanging out with the guys, started hanging out with the girls, and now all my girlfriends, I'm like, hello down there. I mean, they're all tiny. They're all tiny people. And I'm the
hmm
Jolly Green Giant of the crowd. So that's what okay. All right, that's it. So there will be, I promise you, an entire episode of the Rules of Nerdquisition dedicated to my love letter to Darth Vader. It will happen. It will happen.
Yep. I do believe that will
Well,
happen. Yes.
it will happen. Maybe we'll do it in the off season because just to be clear, my friend, we have 5 episodes left in the first season of Star Trek, the original series, which will
Ah.
bring to a close the inaugural season of the Rules of Nerdquisition. And we will finish that off. We have decided what we want to do is in between seasons of Star Trek, we're going to do a special episode where we review one of the movies. There are 13
Mm.
films, and
So yeah, we're gonna do a movie. We're gonna
right.
do a
Otherwise,
movie,
we wouldn't even get to do any of the movies for a couple of years.
right?
So,
And by the time
so
we get to the movie, it's like, so going back to season one of that, it's like going all the way back.
right, exactly. So once we get through the next five
So
episodes, we'll do a big season finale where we will review Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
so yeah,
Yay!
we're gonna do that one.
Yay!
I think the only one I'm really kind of not looking forward to is number 4.
Four, the whales. You don't
Save the
like that one?
whales.
Oh, you didn't like that one?
It's okay. Um, it's okay.
It's okay. I get what they were trying to do. It was supposed to be lighthearted because
hmm
we've said this before. 2, 3, and 4 are a continuous story arc.
Yeah.
All the other movies are individual movies with beginning, middle, end,
hmm
separate stories, like episodes of the week kind of thing, monster of the week.
Yeah.
I think because Star Trek 2 and 3 were such serious tones, they were dark. There was a lot of loss. I mean, Spock dies. The
Right.
Enterprise, the original Enterprise, is destroyed. A whole bunch of things happen. And they wanted to lighten the tone a little bit to finish it out.
And
Five
so,
is the one I'm terrified. I fucking, oop, I did it. I just did it. Ah,
yeah.
gosh.
5 is.
Do you see how bad I don't like that movie? That I dropped. We just talked about this 3 minutes
And
ago, and here I
and I think
dropped it.
and that's why. And I think that's why after what was it, first couple days of Thomas doing the sound of coffee and the F bomb dropped, and George May says something in the Facebook chat about doing a swear jar. And
You
then
know what?
since from there it's just kind of carried on about doing
I don't
about
think that's a
implementing a
bad
swear jar.
idea.
Yeah.
We should do that. It should be a Cash App account or something, and all the money should go towards GCPR, go into
hmm
the shows or anything. And every time you drop one, you got to cash it. You got to Cash App a buck or something.
Right. And
Oops. We'll start tomorrow.
yes,
We'll start
we,
tomorrow.
we, we still have iron out the paperwork. So
Or Or what if we did it and then like we get to a certain level and then we donate it to a charity or something.
Oh yeah,
That would be cool.
yeah, we could do. Yeah, that would definitely be cool. You know,
Might have to bring that up to Thomas. I bet
yeah.
you though. I bet you though he'd be a little more careful if we start taking this take George's swear jar seriously. Just a thought. Just a
That
thought.
is just a thought. I'll say all the Thomas is getting better about with the f bombs,
Right.
but every now and again there'll
And
be
I think
one person that'll push his buttons.
mhm, we have the benefit of not really being um live so much. I mean, we are live, but I mean like the
Hmm.
Villains View and stuff like that attracts a much larger audience. Sound of Coffee attracts a huge audience.
Yeah,
So,
and
that's understandable. We'll get there someday. And by the way, I don't know what the heck it means. I achieved like super fandom on Facebook for Tom McLaren. I got this
okay.
notification that says you have achieved, you are now a super fan of Tom McLaren. I was like, I don't know
I
what this means, but it's cool.
I don't know what that means. I'm not a Superman. How?
Probably
Well,
because I follow him on Facebook and I just like a
oh,
lot of his stuff.
well, that's
See, with Tom McLaren, I
that's
just got recognized as one of their top fans. Okay, I'm a top fan. Okay,
that's
cool.
probably why I need to follow Tom and like his stuff, and I'll be a top fan too.
Yeah, and
And
Steve, I reached out to him. I sent him a friend request on Facebook. He hasn't responded yet. Hasn't accepted it yet. Starting to feel a little sad. Um,
since Steve feeling a little like the redheaded stepchild, Steve.
but no, I think what we need to do too, is do a little group email and send out to him and see how things are
Hmm.
going. See what's up with stuff and see if we can get some updates. Maybe
Yeah,
get him back to talk about some updates and things like that. 'Cause I'm getting
yeah,
anxious
definitely.
for the full
I
production of the first season of Helios. I need
yeah,
the full
we
finished product.
because it's need to know, you need to know what's going on, and we need to talk about it with
I
people.
kind of feel like that. I feel
And
like that commercial where the fisherman's got the dollar bill in the
yeah,
end, and he's like,
oh,
"Oh,
oh,
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 you almost had
almost
it.
there.
You
Oh,
almost had it. You almost
oh,
had
oh,
it."
so close.
Oh, but
and
seriously, no, we love you, Steve, and we can't wait to talk to you and some of the other people
I,
from Helios. Fun stuff. As far as debrief goes, to wrap this up, what'd you think?
oh, this is a fun episode. I liked it a lot, and I can see is definitely a favorite. Um,
Mhm.
Kind of gets you that out of the box thinking of what aliens look like, because from that point we've seen the Gorn, we've seen Tribbles,
The
you
smart,
know,
this the salt
the
monster.
Salt Monster. Well, we haven't seen no, we haven't
We
seen
have seen
Tribbles yet.
not tribbles yet. No,
No, but I mean we've seen
gotta
Salt
wait
Monster.
until
We've
we see
seen all these
tribbles.
different kind of monsters and different aliens and things like that. But this is the first time we've seen a silicone based
Non-humanoid
monster, a
and non-humanoid.
non-humanoid ish, or nowhere even near making up the building blocks of life for what for our carbon bodies. And this is the first time we see something like that, and it kind of gets us out of that thinking of like this is the this is how aliens look. Period. That's it.
Right.
And so I liked it a lot. Um, Definitely funny when McCoy had that I can fix a rainy day, and
I'm starting to think I can cure a rainy day. Woo! Okay.
and so yeah, and it's kind of showing that how with the miners and how they were so gung ho about kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, and then finding out that it's actually a mother and it's protecting its children, and then you kind of see it's like, oh, we're the bad guys in this situation. And so then it gives you that twist of like, oh, they're the good guys. They're the good guys. They're just here. They're not causing any trouble. They're not doing anything, and yada yada. Yada. Then come to find out that, oh no, they've been killing the whole entire species off.
Right.
Just for minerals.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Absolutely.
and so now finding out that hey, we're the ones we messed up, and now we understand why, and now we get it. Now everything's working out better. So it kind of gives you that sense of communication is key. So there's the language barrier, but yeah,
But you got your handy dandy emotional translator with you, so
yeah.
you know,
But yeah,
my my
overall,
my my mind to
but yeah,
your lava to my mind.
absolutely. But overall, 2 thumbs up.
Absolutely.
And I move it over
Five,
to
five,
you.
5 fingers up is what, or three, is that three, five or three? I don't know how you do that, but yes, definitely a good episode. Same principles, and again, going on, my previous thoughts. I love these set piece based episodes that make me feel like I'm sitting in a theater
Mm-hmm.
watching a set. It's just props and stuff, and that's what I like about the original Star Trek. I've said that many times. It's one of my favorite aspects of the show. The difference in the aliens, the new type of alien, is definitely a good thing. Sadly, it won't be this season, but eventually we will get to the albino unicorn gorilla thing that attacks Kirk. That one is laughable at best.
All right.
So we'll deal with that. But yeah, this was a fun episode. Again, Joe Gallison, the formerly unnamed actor who played Lieutenant Osborne, thank you for engaging us in that Tron mystery, or the rules of Nerdquisition. I think I can call it Tron. That would be right,
So
right?
no, that would be
I might have to dig.
that's stepping on the mouse's toes.
I'm gonna
Silly.
have to give somebody a quarter every time I say it. But yeah, again, great episode, and I just Kirk, or not Kirk, but Bill. He picked it as one of his four favorites for a reason, and I
Mm-hmm.
definitely enjoyed it. So coming up next week, we'll be doing the first season episode, Errand of Mercy, and we're gonna get. Let's see, we got that followed by the alternative factor, then the City on the Edge of Forever, which gives us one of Star Trek's firsts of all shows. We will
Mm-hmm.
cover that when we get to that show, and then we will wrap up the at least the regular season content of the first season of the Rules of Inquisition with Operation Annihilate,
Annihilate.
and then season finale will be again the breakdown of Star Trek: The Motion Picture. I don't hate it, I don't love it,
It is.
but
It is necessary. I
it
will.
is necessary.
I will. That's a good word. It's necessary. It's a
It's
necessary
necessary.
movie.
And the best thing about it, it gives me my favorite version of the Enterprise. The refit version, the refit model is
Mm-hmm.
my favorite Enterprise design of all the ships. So
Yep.
we're looking
Absolutely.
forward to that. And that's all I have to say. I'm gonna leave it over to my first officer here, or that
Yeah.
way,
Um.
whichever way you're looking on the camera, because it flip flops.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Whichever way you're
to
looking, I'm right here.
plot a
You know.
plot a course for our nearest star base and take us
So,
home.
so I'm either here or I'm over there. Whichever way you watch it. How way it is, that's how it is. So everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Keep your. I'm about to mess up everything. I'm messing up everything all at once. So, anyways, keep your triple spade and neuter. Everybody, live long and prosper. Take care.
Recording stopped.